Gamers, we're about to watch a little video. I haven't watched it. I saw the one that came out yesterday, and obviously I knew the video was coming out because Nili has asked me to give my list of top 15 AoE4 players, and apparently he's asked some other players as well. And he made a video about it.
What's up, people lovers? This is the ranking for the top 15 AoE4 players in the world. Obviously, I'm not really that capable of doing that list, so I asked the brains, I asked the players themselves, and I only did the math and averaged out the scores. I asked them to make some list for the top 15 players, and those were the players that reacted. We got a list of B from Wham, Beastyqt, Leenock, MarineLorD, and Mista.
I saw the AoE2 one. It had like a bit more players. I think it had like 2, 3, 4 more players. So basically what's going to happen, I don't know if he's going to explain, so I'll just say it now, fuck it. So all 6 of us gave the list of top 15 players, and then whoever was, so like let's say I say this guy's rank 1. Like I say for myself I'm rank 1. That's like an average of 1. I don't know how it's calculated exactly, but basically if most people say that this person is on that rank, that person will be that rank. That's how it works.
Mista did not include himself in the list, so instead of dividing it by 6 in his score, I divided it by 5, and that's how I measured him in this one. Let's take a look at the overall list and all the players. There are some surprising ones for sure, especially B's list will surprise you. Keo making it into the last round of N4C qualifier. Lots of deep performances. We also had a round of 8 in the first round of Golden League. Also,
I actually don't remember my list exactly, but I'll explain how I did the list once I see it. I don't know if I included Keo actually.
Top 12 performance there. Some people had them top 15, some didn't. Everyone who wasn't in the top 15, I gave number 16, and that's how we got to this average. Then we have Kazva, obviously great performer from the early days. After that, no real deep runs. We didn't have him go into quarterfinal really deep. Obviously close to qualifying for N4C as well, but didn't go through. Then we have the breakthrough performance, sort of a name that a lot of people didn't know of, that weren't following StarCraft before, were only hardcore AoE4 fans.
Yeah, sort of played really well.
But has been grinding the ladder, has improved quite a bit, and had a strong top 8 performance in the first round of Golden League. Quick reminder, all this was done before Golden League round 1 was concluded. People actually knew about sort of before he went.
Wait, what? I actually didn't. I don't know if I put sort of at all, but I didn't know before Golden League that he is. If all the votes were done pre-Golden League, then a lot of players know who his Smurf is.
Or actually, that was after the run. Yeah, correct. Weekend still in there. Obviously, couldn't make it to N4C. I think because he didn't have enough free vacation days, and still considered to be really good, a great mind, lots of people trading with him, lots of people having him in high regards. Then we have the 2 brothers. I personally wouldn't know who to rate higher there. Puppy Paw, Wham, kind of in that ballpark, certainly, and considered to be really, really strong. Which brings us to arguably the best player that did not perform in N4C, Mr. B. Crazy mind, lots of people super scared of him, scared of his strategies. Lutifron, then we have the Muslim. A bit surprising to me that he got such a low score. I think he had a good shot of having a deep run there and could have had a really good group stage at N4C. But obviously falling a bit behind Golden League, only top 12 performance there. And doesn't feel like he is in the super grind right now, followed by Leenock, which was quite a surprise for me that he was rated that low, only ranked 6.
I'll explain.
Obviously,
I'll talk
the
about
numbers
what I
after
think
this one are the averaged out, so even a bit higher than 6 at average, although he got into the finals of N4C, so that was
kind of weird,
rather interesting to me. And then Mista as ranked number 5, obviously, as I explained earlier, a bit different number, simply because he didn't include himself in the list, so divided by 5, followed up by the Viper. That was quite a surprise to me. Obviously, Viper considered to be the biggest improvement out of the top players, maybe together with sort of the last month. Heavily underperformed in N4C for his standards, and now lots of people feel like he is ready to take some tournaments. Vortex, number 3. we have MarineLorD number 2 and Beastyqt
Wow.
as number 1. Obviously, Vortex, MarineLorD, Beastyqt, the top 3 from Golden League round 1. And kind of everyone could have taken the first one there, and we will see them in finals over and over again. I expect to see them for the next years in AoE4 tournaments. Crazy lineup.
Not after the Golden League round 1, but you know, I'm trying. So I'll give my opinion for the list. I think he's, by the way, if he does it the same way like AoE2 video, he's gonna show how the players ranked people. So you'll see who rated how. I would say that top 3 is very close. I think MarineLorD and I have very similar playstyles. Vortex is more aggressive, and I think in the long run, MarineLorD and I will do better unless Vortex adjusts, because this is same process in every RTS game. The aggressive styles are viable, but they get kind of weakened out because players are better and better. Obviously, like MarineLorD, like I beat MarineLorD in Golden Ring round 1, then he beat me. But I think the top 3 is super close in skill. Like super close in skill. I think like I can beat Vortex, Vortex can beat me, I can beat MarineLorD. Like I beat Vortex twice at M4C, and then he beat me 3-0 the other day. So I think we're all like super close. So yeah, these numbers, by the way, what they mean is the players that voted, my average like score was 2.17. For example, if one person says Beast is number 1 and then some other guy says Beast is number 1, my average score would be 1, right? So my average score is 217, which means that some people rated me lower than 1, obviously. So that's how it works, just to explain to you guys. Viper, I think I rated Leenock on 4th. I think Leenock had a bad performance at Golden League round 1, but I still think he's good. But I think Viper might be I made this list, by the way, 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago. So maybe I would put Viper on 4th now. Mista, I think he's obviously really good when he practices, but he doesn't practice right now. So I actually put him much lower because I know he's not practicing. Otherwise, I would probably put Mista on 5th or 6th place, in my opinion. That's why you'll see, like, I voted very low for Mista because of that. And then if Mista would be lower, Leenock should be higher, the Muslim Lustra on B should be higher. B is very good, by the way. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if B goes to top 6 soon, because his style is so fucking weird. And yeah, other than that, I mean, I think these guys are close, and it's very hard to say which one is better, but I guess time will tell.
Which brings us to the list of the people, and B's list is already absolutely crazy. I was really surprised when he wrote that list. He also gave me the explanation that he kind of rated this in relation to how much the players played and how much he felt, okay, how big their potential is. Because he rated the Viper as number 1, which is obviously quite a surprise. Then we have...
Wait, in relation how much players played? Viper plays a lot. Recently, obviously, not, you know.
And I will give you the full list.
You put MarineLorD as 9th? Leenock at 14th? What the fuck is this list? Bruh at 8. So Bruh is apparently better than MarineLorD. What? He said potential? Listen. When people do job, you know, in real life, they don't get paid based on their potential. They get paid based on what they know and what they can do. Not like imagine I go like, hey, I should be a fucking billionaire because I got a potential for it. You know what I mean? That's funny.
Brew as 8.
Wait, Dark is 12? Okay, I don't mean to be rude. I've played 1,000+ games. Who is Dark? Does anyone know? Never saw him on AoE. He practices with him? Okay, I've never seen that guy on the ladder. Unless he has a Smurf account or something. He's on 3D too? Oh, okay.
Yeah, still in there as well. So, yeah, you can get your feel there. And
I mean, should have put Cyril on number 1, to be honest.
Very different to the list of the other people, but he is a mind that works differently. We've seen that in his strategies. Very interesting to see. Leenock 14, the Muslim 15, but still, we averaged stuff out. That was my WhatsApp, not yours.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was not mine.
Wham's list here, as we can see, himself 10, his brother 11.
You can see top
Marino
5, I
top,
think, is going to be very similar.
As number 2, also Viper high rating, and sort of has an appearance there as well.
Wait, he rated himself 10 and Puppy Paw 11. Wasn't that the actual list as well? So he rated himself pretty on point. My list? I mean, listen. Hey, I think, you know what I mean? I thought we were rating, like, ourselves. And obviously everyone except B and Mista, right, rated themselves too. So I was like, do I put MarineLorD first? Because, like, I don't want to be, like, putting myself first. But I'm like, I mean, you know, it is what it is, right? So I put Vortex 3rd, Leenock 4th, Viper 5th. And I think Viper is probably 4th now. I put Demasm 6th, Mista 7th. Like I said, if Mista played more, I think he has the potential for more. I actually put Recon on 8th, because I think Recon's good, but this was before Golden League, and I do think Recon underperformed quite a bit. I will say one thing though. I actually, from 9th, or maybe 8th, I can't remember. I just said 8 to 15, and I put the players, because I didn't know how to rate them. So like, from Recon downwards, I just put a list. Oh no, sorry, from 8th to 12th. That's correct. From 8th to 12th, I gave these 5 players and I said I don't know who goes where. And then 13, 14, 15, I put Kazva, Hut, and sort of. Because I honestly didn't know how to rate this. Or maybe it was from 7th to 12th. Now, like, looking back, right? Now I would probably put B higher, Recon lower, Lucifron higher. So Lucifron would probably be above... I mean, Mista is again a question mark because he didn't even play. But I would probably put B, Wham, and Lucifron higher, and maybe Recon lower. But again, this is like the AoE4 meta. This shit changes all the time. I thought Leenock would not do great, honestly, at M4C, and I was very impressed the way he played. Leenock's Beasty MarineLorD, he puts himself 3rd. He puts Vortex 5th and Mista 4th. Okay. Demasm 6th. Viper 7th. That's a bit surprising. Maybe he didn't play Viper recently. I think Viper got quite good. B 9th. I disagree with his like 3rd to 6th, but other than that, I think it's pretty good.
Leenock's list in the midfield pretty similar to what we have in the end.
I gotta ask MarineLorD, was he being just being nice, you know?
Beastyqt also has number 1 MarineLorD, Vortex Viper. It's kind of the list that we ended in. The Muslim. Okay.
Dimslim.
Mista, Lucifron, Wambi, and Magic got some love.
Oh, let me see. Let me compare MarineLorD in my list. Okay, Viper and Leenock swapped. I agree with that now. I think Viper should be 4th, Leenock 5th. Demasm 6th, Mista 7th. Recon, this is where my shit goes wild. Like I said, Recon should be lower now. B and Wem higher. He put Lucifron as 8th. I don't mind that either. Magic? Does he still play? I thought he doesn't play anymore.
Which brings us to Mista's list, who did not include himself, but you can see that Zerton running are included there as well, Eric. So Mista grinded a lot.
I mean, it's very similar
quite interesting
from all the
to
players.
Me, I have to say. And lots of different approaches. Interesting to see how that one will develop. Obviously, we are relatively new into the game, half a year out now, and let's be back in 1 year and see how everything shifted. Was there someone that you think was completely wrong on that list? Someone that should...
Running? Put this top 15? Dude, you know what's more impressive to me though? Not the fact that people guessed me or MarineLorD or Vortex top 3, but the fact that Puppy Paw and Wham are almost identical in everyone's vote. Do you guys see that? Look at the number 10 and number 11. That's actually super impressive. I don't know, to me that's just impressive. Because it's a lower number, right? So there should be more fluctuation, but it's actually on point. Anyway, if you're watching on the YouTube, thanks for watching.